this video, we'll be discussing Saudi Arabia and their interest in joining BRICS, and ultimately what that even means. So recently, this past week, Saudi Arabia has expressed some interest in joining BRICS. So now to give you a little bit of a back story, or I guess inform you on what BRICS is. So BRICS is actually an acronym that represents five major emerging economies, which include Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. BRICS aims to promote peace, security, development, and cooperation. China and peace does not seem like they belong in the same sentence, but never mind. It also aims to contribute significantly to the development of humanity and establishing a more equitable and fair world. So the organization was founded in 2009, and since its inception, they've had a positive effect on everyone involved. So in 2010, the year after their inception, China actually became the second largest economy in the world. And then in 2011, Brazil became the world's sixth largest economy. India currently is the 10th largest economy in gross domestic product, and fourth largest economy in terms of purchasing power. Together, they represent more than 40% of the global population and nearly a quarter of the world's GDP, and it is expanding to help boost its global influence. So this announcement from Saudi Arabia expressing interest in joining BRICS has come during a very interesting, sort of pivotal time. There has been a lot of tensions surrounding the United States and Saudi Arabia. Over the last few months, it's gotten a lot more tense due to conflicts around Russia and the whole Ukraine thing. Plus, OPEC's recent decision to cut oil production, which in turn kind of benefits Russia. And that happened shortly after Biden made a visit to Saudi Arabia to try to influence them to actually produce more oil. The president of South Africa revealed last week that Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman had voiced the kingdom's desire to join. And Saudi Arabia has traditionally been a close ally of the United States. So this move is rather interesting. It could be potentially signaling the end of a once close partnership or relationship, whatever you want to call it. According to some reports, U.S. President Joe Biden had actually threatened Saudi Arabia with unknown consequences, while accusing them of being quote unquote too close to Russia during this conflict in Ukraine. U.S. lawmakers actually then demanded a pause of arms transfers to Saudi Arabia, as well as a reduction in military aid. So if you didn't know, the United States has been providing Saudi Arabia with military personnel and technology and equipment in order to ensure their safety in return for oil. There's you give me oil, we give you security sort of thing. But now it has been paused, and that protection seems to be kind of going away, and now it's turning into threats. So whether the United States actually has the capability to punish Saudi Arabia in today's world is very much unknown. But the Saudis are kind of showing the United States that they have friends in other high places as well, and they have opportunities for different sorts of partnerships. Essentially, it's possible that Saudi Arabia may just want to diversify their international affairs by joining BRICS. It also might be a tactic to let the United States know that they have options if it ever, comes to that. Keep in mind, China and Russia are part of BRICS, and they are also heavy advocates for Saudi Arabia joining the organization. So I don't think they would have too much of a problem as far as military goes when you have China and Russia in your corner. But that's just my 2 cents. BRICS has yet to actually officially decide on an expansion like this. But like I said, China and Russia have both expressed their support in the move for Saudi Arabia to join the team. The only issue here is that India is a part of this organization. And as India is very close geographically to Saudi Arabia, they are also somewhat rivals in a lot of different aspects. So it should be interesting to see if maybe they'll just put their differences to the side in the name of cooperation. But no one really knows yet. But this is a very interesting sort of move from the Saudis. There's been a lot of conflict lately, and things just keep escalating more and more as the time goes by. So we'll see what comes from this. Okay, so just throwing you some more BRICS facts. So BRICS countries occupy 30% of the global territory. They are home to 45% of the world's entire population. The contribution to global economic growth over the last decade has reached 50%, which makes this group of states the leading power in global economic development. BRICS is combined foreign reserves are estimated at 4 trillion US dollars. Some analysts have actually predicted that BRICS could become as big as the Group of Seven. And if you don't know what the Group of Seven is, that would be the United States, Japan, Germany, France, Britain, Canada, and Italy by the year 2027. But that's gonna do it for this one. It's pretty much that's the rundown for it. I hope you did learn something new. I hope you did gain some value from this video. Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments, and be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy. Peace.